Hello YouTube, this is Alpha Penguin Soldier, and I first want to start off by thanking Nod from Invoked 101 for letting me guest upload on his channel. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I really hope you guys like my content, and I hope he likes it too. But we'll get right into the deck. It's just a pure Dark World deck profile, nothing fancy. It's not FTK because I definitely cannot afford the danger part. I know I could just throw in like Cannon Soldier or something, but I really like the pure version a lot. We'll get into it. So, I've got 3 Grapha, 2 Luciant, 3 Silva, 1 Gold, and those are all the like higher level Dark World monsters that I play. So they all have effects when they're discarded. Grapha, when he's discarded, he gets to destroy a card on the field. Actually, these ones special summon themselves. And they all have secondary effects, which I actually utilize in this build because of another Dark World card. He can rip a monster from your opponent's hand. He can special summon any Dark Fiend, I believe. Just one Fiend from your deck. This will rip 2 cards from your opponent's hand. This will pop 2 cards targets though, so it's like it's not very good, but it's still like it's super good. And then for the smaller ones, we have Beige, Brow, 3 Snow, 3 Ceruli, and then for the last monster we have Tour Guide. And here, we'll actually move that down here. So he doesn't have a secondary effect. Brow, when he's discarded, you get to draw cards. The other effect allows you to draw an extra card. And then Snow lets you search a Dark World card, whether that's like a spell, maybe a trap. I mostly end up searching out monsters or something else, and the secondary effect lets you special summon a monster from defense from your opponent's grave. So I really like and then Ceruli, when he's discarded, he special summons to your opponent's side in defense, and then he makes your opponent, which is you at that point, discard a card, triggering all of their secondary effects. I actually didn't used to use Ceruli for the longest time, but I ended up really liking him after I decided to test him one day, and I was like, oh, I actually really like this. Anyway, we'll go on with the deck profile. Traps, 2 Mind Crush, 2 Paleozoic Deinonymiscus, 1 Solemn Warning, 2 Dark Smog, and 1 Eradicator Epidemic Virus. I know this has been played in the deck for a really long time because you can tribute Grapha. It's basically like, it's almost for free because you can special summon him back all the time. With Grapha, I really almost forgot because I just do it second nature. But you can target a Dark World monster that's not Grapha, bounce it back to your hand, and special summon him from the grave. So that's definitely worth noting. So you get to basically use this card for free. 2 Dark Smog. I probably will always run Dark Smog because it helps add to the disruption. I don't remember why I threw Warning in. I think it was just I wanted a negate card just in case. The 2 Deinonymiscus is also a form of disruption. You get the discard and the banish, which there's really no downside to it. And then Mind Crush, if you call it wrong, that's great. If you call it right, even better. It's a win-win for that card. And those are all the traps that I play. And for the spells, where are we? 3 Drag Down to the Grave, 1 Foolish Burial, 3 Dark World Dealings. Oh, there it is. Sorry, guys. 3 Gates of the Dark World, 1 Cheerful Coffin, and 1 Upstart to round it out for, it should be 40 cards. Really hope it is. Cheerful Coffin's a nice little attack for Dark Worlds because all it does is you discard three monsters from your hand, and that's all it does. So basically, you get to trigger the Dark World monster effects. Gates is it's mandatory. Dark World dealings, foolish. Helps you get like Graph at a Grave. It's really nice. And then Drag Down. I really like it. It lets you basically look at your opponent's hand, and then if you have Mind Crush as well, it's a really good combination and can really disrupt your opponent. I just really like how this deck disrupts. It can just disrupt, and it's really fun. We'll go into the extra deck. So we got Firewall, Borreload, Nightmare Griffin, Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, Topological Triss, Underclock, and then Wee Witch for the links. And then actually the rest of them are XYZs. So we got Levier, Baguska, 38, Felgrand, and then for the last two cards we have 107 and then number 90. Let me explain some of the choices, I suppose. So Firewall's Firewall. I know it helps play like into a lot of FTK builds, but it's a link 4. Borreload's a link 4. The Nightmare package, it's a Nightmare package. It helps disrupt. I really enjoy disrupting. Also, the Topological Triss helps you disrupt it just because you can special summon to the zones if you really want with Grapha, and just keep going off of that. I used Wee Witch because it's the 2 dark, generic link. Underclock is Underclock. I really like it. And then for the extra deck, sometimes you can end up going into Levier. I know Levier used to be better when like you had Tour Guide at 3. There's some banishing in the deck with the field spell, because you have to banish 1 fiend from your graveyard, discard 1, and then you draw 1. And you can always get your level 4 or lower guys back with Levier, just adding onto the field. I didn't actually run Baguska at first after it came out, but I ended up in testing finding that a level 4 was pretty nice. I guess, honestly, now that I think about it, I probably should have Exciton instead of Baguska, but sometimes it's nice to have the effect negation in there. Another negation, kind of disruption sort of thing. Felgrand's also a negation. And then the number 107 and the number 90. This is just for a big beat stick. That's all it really is. Alright, and that pretty much covers the deck. I'm gonna be honest, if I really wanted to play the FTK version, I guess I could, but I've played Dark World since I think like 2013 or something, and I've always enjoyed the pure version. It's always been like my go-to, and I guess not my go-to, but it's one of my favorite decks, and to see it like played with the danger, but I'll probably always play it pure as much as I can. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I guess, on Nod's channel. And once again, I would like to thank him for this opportunity. Stay casual, guys. It's Alpha Phantom Soldier, signing out.